So yes, if you want to start, you should not dream that this is something which nobody has done. Another question that I face from the people who are wanting to start up is, sir, do I need to quit my job? In Bengali family, there often becomes a lack of support from the family. You please do a proper analysis. Does the world need this? Identify your target market. You must interview enough people. There is no problem in asking for business.
নমস্কার, আমি প্রবিশা চট্টোপাধ্যায়। আপনাদের সবাইকে স্বাগত প্রবিশাস জ্ঞানে। প্রবিশাস জ্ঞানে আমি বাঙালি ইউথদেরকে এন্টারপ্রেনিউরশিপ আর বিজনেস রিলেটেড মোটিভেশন দিয়ে থাকি। তাছাড়া বিজনেস ইভেন্টে কভার করে থাকি। যেমন আজকের বিজনেস ইভেন্টে আমরা এসেছি বিইতে, বেঙ্গলস এন্টারপ্রেনিউরস ইকোসিস্টেমের জানুয়ারি মিটআপে। আর আজকে কত তারিখ? 19 জানুয়ারি। আপনারা সবাই আসুন, আমরা দেখি ভিতরে কি হচ্ছে, পিচ কতগুলো হচ্ছে, কে কে গেস্ট এসেছে এবং গেস্টরা বিজনেস সম্বন্ধে, এন্টারপ্রেনিউরশিপ সম্বন্ধে, ইনভেস্টমেন্ট সম্বন্ধে কি বলছে। আর তাছাড়া এরপর থেকে আপনারা প্রবিশাস জ্ঞান বাংলাতে ছাড়া হিন্দি আর ইংলিশও পাবেন। তাহলে আমরা কি ভিতরে চলি, আসুন।
It's my pleasure to welcome you here. And of course, he served on multiple committees in the government, not just in Bengal, Rajasthan, Delhi, but I think as well as outside India. So if I read his full script, it will take me at least half an hour, but I would thank you, sir, for...
Hello, am I audible? Okay. So I think this much introduction was really not needed. I am Biswajoy Chatterjee. Simple, I'm the Vice Chancellor of UEM Jaipur. And once I say I'm the Vice Chancellor, anybody will relate it's an academic position. So what am I doing over here? Very simple. Like I am not really. I am an academician. Why should I talk to you people? I thought that I take this opportunity to talk to all of you because when this UEM Jaipur had to be established, I took the responsibility of establishing it. I went there and I tried to establish this university and could establish it to some extent, I can say, successfully till now. And after that, we have been doing many things with the entrepreneurs, and again there are so many students, like till now I believe around 8,000 students have passed from the university, and if I consider IEM group as a whole, then definitely about maybe more than 10 lakh students have passed out from this university. So I'm very happy to see that there are two of my students at least over here. I could meet them over here once I came over here, at least two of them. And again, it's a surprise that I could even see a Jaipur student over here starting out in Bengal, and I was very, very happy to see that also. Anyway, again, a little bit why I'm saying this, you will understand. When I was a student, I keep on saying people now that your marks don't matter. Absolutely, again say your marks don't matter. It is only the passion which matters and your capability to work that matters. But again, when I was a student, again, anytime I could not stand within the first three positions in school or college, I used to get some beatings from the teacher or my parents, something like that. Now that turned a little bit against me because I was having the passion of teaching. And I wanted to be a teacher. Now, people came up to me and said that you want to be a teacher. Well, the problem is that if you become a teacher, then you earn lesser than people who are working in the industry. Now, those students used to get less marks than you. Now, this becomes a problem. Those people who gets less marks than you, they will earn more than you and become more successful than you. Will you like it? straightforward question and you can relate to it. I believe many of you have asked this question before. So I really thought that okay, let me try to establish a university of our own where I can teach the way I want to do. And I really did that. I could successfully do that. Lot of problems, lot of situations came in. You know that when you try to establish something, government, rules and everything needs to be learned, needs to be actually read. You need to read it and then go for it. Lot of problems, and then people come like they have their vested interests and so many things come in, because once it is a university, it is not a startup, normal company startup. It is a university. You need to have huge amount of land. When there is land and any other people come in and they have got their vested interests. So we have to fight against it, fight against policies, follow their policies and get the things done. So I'm talking a little bit from that experience. Nowadays, I am into all this BNI, RMD, I have come over here, and you may ask me why. Because we develop products. We develop products nowadays. We develop products in the sense that technical products. I'm a technical person. I have done my PhD in robotics, and so I am always into robotics. I develop products, technical products, not only robotics nowadays, for different companies. We have developed products for a company called Testpack in Finland. This company wanted to develop a product where African cities where electricity is not there, you can teach using a smart class. You can teach in the form of a smart classroom. But electricity is not there. So we developed some bags for them. So where there's bags where you can carry a computer and you can carry a projector. The bag gets charged from solar. You walk from one place to another place. You can just play it without plugging it in. So we developed about 300 pieces for this company called Testpack. And then the manufacturing unit was gradually established. But again, we developed 300 products for them, and they sold it to African NGOs, and then they provided it to the different African schools. Another project I will talk about is a company called Oscar. I think this is in Kolkata, many of you will know it. We actually automated their entire industry. Again, I was monitoring that, I was guiding that, mentoring that, and the entire industry had to be automated. They had many tables for like soldering or welding. They had to go inside the table, down the table and do it. So we automated that thing. That table would be rotated in any direction, buttons and everything from the computer. We automated the whole thing, the whole industry for them. So these are some big projects and many other small projects that I have tried to do. Now, what more should I talk about today? If I have to talk to the very young entrepreneurs, because I heard or could understand there are many people who have not started yet and want to start, very quickly to them, I will tell you that see, if you have to start, you must, like he was saying, Childman was saying very, very correctly. Sorry, Arun was saying so correctly that you must study this industry, that company which has come up. So yes, if you want to start, you should not dream that this is something which nobody has done. And this is a problem I face with all my students who want to start out. Just because starting up, they just come and say, sir, ऐसा product तो है नहीं, ऐसा कौन नहीं है, मैं search करके देखा. I just do a quick search and show them, ऐसा बहुत सारा product है, बहुत सारा चीजें, they are earning. And that does not mean that you cannot do it. That does not mean you cannot do it. What you need to do is you need to read it thoroughly. If possible, interview it thoroughly. If interview their owners, read it in the form of a book, read their startup stories, go and interview them, understand what extra you can provide or what escape route from the exact product that they are doing is there, so that you can start your AM. But please don't go with a blocked thing that okay, this is a product which I'm doing for the first time. No, you're not doing any product for the first time. 99% of the products you're doing, you are not doing it for the first time. There are so many people doing in so many places. Somebody or the other must have done it. Please study it. At least 10 such companies, please go for it and then start it. This is the first point I would tell you. Another question that I face from the people who are wanting to start up is, sir, do I need to quit my job? See, this is your own thing. Like you have to understand the feasibility before starting. If you feel that the money is there for you, you can run your family without doing the job. Even do it. I have seen companies being successful while working in for other companies. I have seen the other way too, that people have left their job and done it. So this is not really a big factor. That depends on whether you can sustain without doing a job. Very simple. If you can sustain, if the support is there, then please go for it. Another thing that goes against the Bengali, I will tell this, maybe you can relate. In Bengali family, there often becomes a lack of support from the family. Sometimes, not always, but often, or maybe sometimes, I don't know which word to use, but there is a lack of support from the Bengali families. And they say, sir, मुझे कोई support ही नहीं करता, मेरा family support नहीं करता. Let me please tell you, आपके family आपको support नहीं करता, ये उनका problem नहीं है, ये आपका problem है. It is your problem that your family is not supporting you, because the thing that you are doing is your passion, not theirs. They don't understand it, they cannot relate to it. They had some other passion. Maybe you are against that and pursuing your passion. So it is your problem and you must solve it. You should not complain about it. You must take your family with it. Somehow or the other you have to convince them. Because if you fail, and you will definitely, at some point of time you will fail, you will feel that you are absolutely going down, you are failing. Where you are failing, you need somebody to support you mentally, or whatever way you can say, economically, anyway, you need some support. And when you are successful, you need people to celebrate it. And who better than the family? So you must take the family with you. One more thing you must do when you are young, when you are a young startup, you please do a proper analysis. Does the world need this? Are you actually solving a problem? Maybe you are not solving a problem. Maybe you are creating a solution and then trying to find the problem to the solution. It's not a solution to a problem. Maybe you are trying to find the problem to the solution that you have found. So please try to do enough analysis that whether you are actually finding us, whether the problem exists and whether you are trying to find the solution to that problem, whether you are good at it. Just because an idea came to your mind and you start with it should not be the thing. You should study it and be good at it before you start it. Find your people, identify your target market. You must interview enough people in the target market you feel and try to understand what problem you are what problem they are facing and how you are going to solve it. Because they might not be facing a problem. So please interview them and try to find out. And if you do that, definitely you will find the better solution to your problem. You must specify deadlines. If you don't specify deadlines, now it's your company, you say that I don't have a deadline, I keep giving deadlines to other people. No, you must have your own deadline. You must always follow your own deadline, give your deadline and try to follow your own deadline. And maybe the last thing I will say is, often we are not that comfortable in bowing down our head and asking for business. Often business, for getting business from people who loves people asking a business from him, bowing down before him, you need to do it. See, मैं हमेशा एक चीज अपने स्टार्टअप, जो स्टार्टअप सक्सेसफुल हुआ है, सबको मैं एक ही चीज होने से पहले मैं बताया कि देखो, even the mother does not feed the child if the child does not cry. You have to remember that. There is no problem in asking for business. There is no problem. Please go straight and ask for business. This is the problem which I can solve. If you are coming to me, for example, coming to me and trying to pitch something, you should not keep on, okay sir, उस दिन मिलता, should not keep on lingering. हो सकता है उससे तीसरे बार, चौथी बार आपको मिलने तक नहीं मिला, opportunity नहीं आया. You must go and ask him, sir, this is a problem which I believe a college faces and I can solve this problem. I think these are the points I had to say, and I will thank all of you that you really gave me and you heard me properly, and Subhyo gave me an opportunity. Thanks to you, because like I am so much in love with Bengal, it is ho jata. And when you are staying outside of Bengal for so many years, Bengal, you keep loving your own place more. But believe me, at least my experience is different. When in North India I have seen 11 बजे प्रोग्राम शुरू करने के लिए बोलूँ तो 11:30 बजे लोग फोन करके पूछते हैं प्रोग्राम शुरू हुआ कि नहीं है. अगर शुरू हुआ तो they will start. But at least that is not the case in Bengal. At least my experience is that. Thank you so much. But yes, all opinions taken. Thank you so much for that. Thank you.
তো স্যার একটা স্টোরি বলে স্যার তো আপনি কিছুই করলো I'm an investor in Turgis from Rajashri company.
Yes, yes, yes.
তো our story the perceives what are the perceives তো মানে ওনাকে আমি যতটুকুনি চিনি তো রাজশ্রী মামলে কেম টু হি অ্যান্ড হি সেড যে আমাদের একজন প্রফেসর আছে স্যার বিশ্বজয় তো ওনার কাছে আমি গেলাম উনি আমাদের পিচটা শুনলেন এবং উনি বললেন যে কিছু লাখ টাকা আছে তো ইয়েতে স্টার্ট করবে তো এমনি ধরনের যদি আমাদের ভিসিবিলিটিতে মানুষজন থাকে আমরা এমনি মোটিভেটেড হয়ে যাবো তো স্যার থ্যাংকস ফর কামিং অ্যান্ড আই হোপ এটা আপনার ফার্স্ট আর লাস্ট টাইম হবে না উইল কিপ ইউ সেইং ইন দিস ভিডিও and we will get motivated. Thanks, sir. Thank you, sir.
Just reviewing one of our another mates, he gave appointments to 40 people. So people went there, MOU, supplier, so on and so forth. So yes, you have to go. Sir cannot come to you and say, okay, you supply tea, you come and give your tea to me. If you go and say that, sir, I have this kind of tea, you may want to try, I can supply you.
I was an example. That was not me whom I talked about. I talked in general. I can always go to anybody of you anytime and talk to you.
So sir is very, very down to earth, very unlike of Vice Chancellor. Is very, very approachable. He's always meeting a lot of people, and even if you invite him to your office also, he will come down. So he's that downward. Thank you so much.
নমস্কার, আপনাদের এই ভিডিওটি কেমন লাগলো অবশ্যই জানাবেন। অবশ্যই লাইক, শেয়ার এবং সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দেন এবং ফলো করে দেবেন এবং নিজেদের যত ফ্রেন্ডস অ্যান্ড রিলেটিভস আছে তাদেরকে বলবেন, যারা ব্যবসা করতে চায় তাদেরকে অবশ্যই জানাবেন কোনো ব্যবসার জন্য যেন আমরা আবার উদ্যোগী হই, ব্যবসা করি, সেটা সব থেকে বড় কথা। আমরা আছি ব্রিটিশটা। আজকের মতো ফেলি।